Okay guys, so this is going to be another tutorial. I've been working with the combination locks and I've decided to do a secret zero. By secret zero what I mean is that there's going to be a fifth combination in the lock um, for the column. There'll be a fifth possible one, but what it is they're not going to know that it's a possibility to be punched in. Um, so they can punch away all day, and if a secret zero is in there and they don't leave one off, then um, they're not going to get through. And the way that it works here is that we've got a same node as before, except it's a little bit different. We've got our basic setup here. We've got an extra switch and an extra light. I go ahead and turn this on, and notice everything turns on here. Okay, these are toggles, and everything else is on and off. So this turns on everything because when it's a secret zero, obviously the board is off and there's nothing selected, so therefore it's automatically correct. So they can go ahead and it's just leave it blank. Alright, so the way this works here, okay, there's a couple extra triggers. This here, you've got a couple extra triggers for this. When it's turned on and off, it needs to be different. Hold on, let me make a selection, copy this, and blow it up. Just be easier. Do it on the outside wall out here. Okay, get everything all set. Okay. Gonna reposition. What? Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. Get everything squared away here. Okay. Okay, so we have everything blown up here, so it's a little easier to see. Um, so, uh, take a look at the links now. Okay, when it's turned off, it's got that buffer light that it turns on. Go ahead and do the turn on ones. Okay, so when it's turned on, it goes ahead and turns on this switch. Oh, it's actually wrong. It's supposed to be that. Okay. Now let's make sure that works now. Okay. Now, the reason that I did that is that I was playing around with it. I was trying to figure out how to do this Secret Zero as easy as possible without having to do AND gates for each column just to have a Secret Zero. Alright, so anyways, go back to here, look at the links, and look at the when turned on ones. Now when turned on, it's going to turn on this red one here, and it's going to turn on the normal the normal tracker light, and then it's going to turn on the buffer light this time because if it's on, it's immediately correct. It's an immediately correct answer. So we immediately want to trigger the output to be correct. And then go ahead and go back, and when it's turned off, okay. When it's turned off, it's turning off this one. All right. It's just easier to show you the list here. Gotta get rid of this green chain. Okay. But you get the floor switch. Okay. And that's a toggle. Okay. And then you've got the green orb, which is 9186, and that's a turn on. That's the only one that's a turn on. Okay. The floor switch is a toggle. The buffer light, remember from our previous discussions, is turned on, and these other three are turned off. So the new red light is turned off. Okay. And the green light is turned off, and the indigo light, which is this one, is turned off. Okay. Now, no, it's not turned off because that was an extra one from before. I just had it selected. Alright, so you just need to turn off the red light now, and off on your I'm sorry, I'm getting tired here. Off on your tracker light. So that's the new triggers for light 1. And then your indicator light, okay, hasn't changed. Your buffer light hasn't changed. And your output light is the only thing that's changed. Now, when it's turned on, it turns on your red light. Okay, and now for the triggers on the new ones, you have the red light, and it's when it's turned on, absolutely nothing. So it just has a whoop. Sorry. Issues selecting stuff here. When turned off, it turns off. Okay, the indigo light. Now the switch. Did I already cover this? is just a toggle. When it's toggled, it turns the red light off. Okay. Now the new links here to this for the secret zero, okay, is this here. We go to the board link. Okay. Now when it's turned on, okay, when it's turned on, this is an incorrect response. All right. So it toggles our switch that's over here. Okay. Now when the switch is toggled, it turns our red light off, and our red light turns our output off. Okay. Now, the other thing that it does is, let me go back here, and when it is turned off, okay, now we have that same trigger. Okay, when we have a correct response go through the pass gate, it turns off the light, which then turns on this light, and then this light turns on the output, and it turns back on the tracker light. So it's that same setup, but now there are 4 correct responses. Well, not. There's only one correct response, but there's 4 things that trigger a correct response. 4 lights that trigger a correct response. Now, go ahead and close this out. So that is on each set of lights. When it's turned off, you're going to trigger the correct response input. Okay. Now, when it's turned on, if you remember, go back here. When it's turned on, it's going to trigger, okay, the switch, okay, which is going to shut off the red light, which is then going to shut off the correct output. Now, the reason why we have a switch here in between is because of this. If I come over here, I turn on this light. I gotta get out of this first. Come over here, I turn on the light. Okay. If I come over here, alright, everything's off. But the one problem that you have without that timer delay is I switch to this one. Okay. So that that node gets the response of a correct input and a wrong input at the same time. Okay, so you don't get a reliable answer. So that's why you need to have this toggle switch in between there, so it'll time delay it being wrong. Okay, and when it's turned back off, it's right again. Alright, so again, just go over this really quickly. When it's turned on, it's a wrong response. Okay, so it needs to be turned off. Okay, we need the output to be turned off. So it goes to the toggle switch, which then turns the red light off, which then turns our output off. Okay. Now, the way that works, okay, the reason why the time delay, okay, go here, I have this on. Alright, now I turn this on. This automatically shuts this off. This shutting off sends a correct response signal. But because this is an instantaneous with the lights, okay, I then have this signal going at the same time out to the toggle switch. But the toggle switch delays it enough so that way it gets the wrong response last, because you want to have the wrong response last in this case. So that's how to add a secret zero to your board, and I hope that helps you and you have fun with it. So it's just basically what you would do for the secret zero. Okay, you have this extra node at the bottom of your 4 nodes column of 4 nodes like before, and then on your master panel, okay, you would just sit there and set the secret zero. You would have um, five little bulbs here that you could then so you could set the secret zero. You could also have this become like which I think uh, I'm not sure if it really would work, because some of these lights turn on and off depending on when you place them or whatever. But be cool if you could package it up and have the code you know to enter the door as defaulted to um, 0. Uh, defaulted to everything being 0, so you could everything would be off. You'd click on the door and it would allow you in, and then you go in and you change the code. Because the door is going to be broken when you first get it. When you get I'm trying to package it up. That's why instead of just a flat wall, I'm actually doing an actual setup here, an actual room. I actually have some settings with hidden lights here too. Because this door right here it's the hidden door from the can only be clicked from one side. Okay, and when the door opens, okay, normally when that door opens, it's because you're coming in. But because I have this little cutaway here, so I can get in and out until the code is done to open it. All right, so and then when you come out, that light in the room shuts off. Okay, and I added another set of triggers so I can click the door closed, turn my light back on, and be able to work in the light. And this is all linked through 2 hidden lights in this big light. I hid them in there, and basically the way that it works is that they're pretty much all on when you're inside the room, and then they're all off when you're outside the room. Took a little while for that to close, being a little bit glitchy. Might be time for me to relog and get and start over on. That way I'll get rid of this latency issue. So anyways, that's what I have to show. I hope you enjoy the tutorial on how to make a secret 0 node, and I'll see you later.